everyone, so thank you for tuning back into my channel. This video is going to be split into two parts because what I'm discussing is quite complicated and it can't be summarized in 9 minutes. So this video is I'm going to be discussing breakouts, which is a problem that literally 90% of the population deal with. Maybe not 90%, I don't know, but anyway. Breakouts is something I have dealt with my whole life. I have PCOS, and PCOS is a hormonal imbalance. So I get all these breakouts constantly along my chin line. It's nothing to do with what I use. It's nothing to do with my skin routine. It's literally just all this internal stuff going on. Which is why for today I actually decided to go makeup free, because I thought it was really important, just because I've had people saying, oh my god Jess, in your videos your skin looks amazing, it looks flawless, and I'm like, yeah, it's the camera quality and it's because I'm wearing a whole bunch of makeup. So I thought it was important for everyone to see that my skin is not perfect. I am not Miranda Kerr. So even if you look like I have these bad boys going on, I have like all my pigmentation along here that I'm trying to deal with. Let's go around. I have these two things. I don't know what they're doing. All this pigmentation along here from other breakouts. So my skin is definitely not perfect. I wish it was, but like I said in my previous video, skincare is a journey, not a destination. So yeah. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the difference between like spots, hormonal breakouts, and acne, and how to sort of go about treating each of those. I won't even touch on scarring. So scarring is something that after you have a breakout, you're left with like that flat, dark spot. That is a whole other issue together. You need to first treat the breakouts and then you can move on to the scarring. Just because if you try to treat scarring whilst you're getting breakouts, you're wasting your money because you're trying to treat something and then you get more scarring, and it's just like annoying. It's just you're just wasting your money, that kind of thing. So yeah, when you are treating any of the above, spots, hormonal breakouts, acne, we need to go back to basics. So we need to look at your skincare routine and just check that everything's going well. So are you double cleansing at night? Are you using a non-foaming facial wash, one that doesn't make your skin feel tight? Are you moisturizing? Are you using your shower gel as your face wash? That kind of thing. So once we look at that, that's when we can sort of be like, okay, maybe you're just getting your pimples because you're not double cleansing, or maybe you're getting your breakouts because I don't know, you're not using a moisturizer, or you're using your shower gel as your face wash, you're not scrubbing your skin, that kind of thing. So it would 100% be really helpful if you could find someone in the skincare world. So if you just go into a store and they can help walk you through those things. But like I said in one of my previous videos, those people are really hard to find because they often reach the nearest product. So you might just need to do it on your own. So do a bit of research. Are you doing everything correctly? And that's where we go from there. So it's important, what I'm about to say, important to remember that not one solution fits all. There is no such thing as one product that will help everybody, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be a skincare industry. Because imagine if, like, you know, I don't know, this brand did this one serum and absolutely everyone had no breakouts when they used the serum. Everyone would buy that product, and, you know, people would forget about Kate Somerville, they'd forget about The Ordinary or Dr. Dennis, that kind of thing. So it's all about a process of trial and error and finding what works for you, and not buying into that whole, I'm gonna get really ranty here, but not buying into that whole thing where people are like, you know, that Sand and Sky pink clay mask. I really want to try it. Like, I've looked at the ingredients and I'm like, oh, it looks amazing. It's got like retinol palmitate and things. But what they do that really like irks me is they do a before and after picture. They do someone with really bad breakouts and they do someone with afterwards, and they say that it literally cleared their breakouts, and they're like, this will get rid of your acne. And that really annoys me because it's like, no. Imagine like if that one product fixed everyone's skin, everyone will be buying that product and they would have made it a $500 product. And yeah, it's just like not one solution fits all. I think it's pretty gross that like sometimes brands market their products like that, because then people spend, like, you know, that mask is $70. People, you know, spend their $70 on that mask expecting to have clear skin. It just doesn't happen. And because maybe the breakouts are literally that you're using your body wash as your face wash, and then you're using the Sand and Sky mask and you're like, why have my breakouts gone away? It's because you haven't done the other things beforehand. So rant over. Let's move on to the first thing, spots. So spots are like things where you're like, oh, you just get the occasional pimple here, occasional pimple here, here. Might get it more when you get like your period or something. So to treat spots, let's go back to basics. Let's make sure you're doing everything correctly. And then we can move on to spot treatments. So spot treatments are there when you get the pimple just to get it off your face. A few that I've tried, I've tried the Tea Tree Body Shop oil, which is amazing. It's only like $9. Works a treat. You use it 3 times a day and it literally just kills the bacteria within the pimple. The Aesop one, the Aesop clearing gel, I think it is, or something. This one is like more of like a soothing lotion. It has niacinamide, it has salicylic acid, it has aloe vera. I literally looked at the ingredients and like lost my shit. I've used both of these. They're great for when you get like a pimple, but in terms of like a cystic pimple, so one that's under the skin and quite painful, for me personally, I didn't find that they were that helpful. But in terms of just like regular spots and stuff, I thought they were really good. I have used, started on the Badescu, the buffering lotion, which is designed to sort of help with those cystic pimples and draw them out of the skin. And I found this one has been pretty good recently. Just don't use it after a night out because it smells like a bottle of tequila and you may throw up, okay? So hold your nose, or I don't know, just don't use, I don't know. Anyway, so that's the Badescu buffering lotion. If you want to prevent pimples, those little, spots from like happening and things, maybe even getting onto something like a nice like serum, like a salicylic acid serum. So the Ordinary do a 2% one, I think. And that's sort of just going to help stop you getting those occasional pimples and that kind of thing. Or I know the Body Shop does a Tea Tree daily solution, which is really, really nice. You can use that like morning and night. It has salicylic acid in it as well, and tea tree oil and a few other things. So that's dealing with spots. Next we get into something that I'm a bit more familiar with. So the next thing I want to talk about is hormonal breakouts. This is something that, like I said before, I've literally dealt with my whole life. They predominantly occur around the chin line. Very, very, very common amongst women. So my whole process of dealing with hormonal breakouts is I haven't found a solution that has literally gotten rid of it, and that's to be expected because it's hormonal. It comes not only from like external things but also internal factors. However, I have found things that have literally like changed my life. So I have tried like the salicylic acid treatment. So I've tried like the Ordinary 2% one. I've tried the Pixie Glow glycolic toner, which is beautiful, but in terms of helping with my breakouts, it didn't really do much. The main things I have found that have helped me have been the pill. So the contraceptive pill, that has like literally changed my life. And secondly, I was introduced to this a few months ago and life has been changed, Retinol. So I've always heard about Retinol. I haven't really gone into it. Retinol is amazing. So it's used to treat a large variety of skin concerns, from breakouts to pigmentation. Really, really common for people who are concerned about aging because it actually reverses the aging process a little bit. Retinol is a form of vitamin A, and vitamin A helps speed up skin cell production. So it increases your skin cell rate turnover, and which leads to, for pimples and stuff, it leads to glands being less likely to get clogged by oil and stuff. So it does like dry out the skin a bit more. For someone who's oily, I loved that. But the first one I ever bought was the Aspect Retinol Brûlée. It's $120, just because I don't have anything better to spend my money on. But it is very, very, very gentle. When I first started using this, I flaked like a leaf. So all my skin was like peeling off. And then one day, like a few days after I used it, my pimple fell off my face. And that was like the most beautiful sight I've ever seen. But yeah, my pimple literally just like, I don't know how to explain it. My pimple like fell off my face. I was only meant to use it every 3 days. But I was like, no, I'm using it every night. Like, come on, like, who do you think I am? That kind of thing. When you use a retinol, you don't even talk about not wearing sunscreen. It is 100% a must. If you have never used a retinol, you will find there is lots and lots of beauty myths out there in the world about retinols, and they really, really piss me off because they are not backed up by any scientific evidence, and they're literally just people like putting all their like bullshit opinions out into the universe and that kind of thing. You'll see things like retinol causes cancer. Well, yes, it will cause cancer if you don't wear sunscreen whilst you're using it, potentially increase your risk of skin cancer, but you should 100% always be wearing sunscreen, so that's not like a legitimate thing. People will be like it speeds up like skin cell turnover, which is linked to cancer. I don't know, like a whole bunch of like myths and beauty like junk. I'm getting really defensive about my retinol right now, so yes, don't mess with me and my retinol. Everyone should 100% have a retinol. It literally changed my life. Anyway, so skincare products and everything is about a process of trial and error. I have spent hundreds to thousands of dollars trying to find things that work with my breakouts. So maybe this will help you guys in spending less money. So maybe you can just jump straight onto your retinol. I know The Ordinary do one to, it's like $10. I've used it. I didn't find much of a result, but that's just me. I know Paula's Choice do one. Drunk Elephant is releasing one really, really soon, and I'm losing my shit. But maybe just do a bit of research, try to find a really nice retinol. So yeah, it's all about process of trial and error. Not one thing works for everyone, which is something that's really important to keep in mind. Yeah, so I will see you in a moment. I am going to be doing part 2. All right.